It's this particular incident here a see de na me pese me ka ho asem but em say myself who this particular poster enunti e was me revisit this issue na em say Ghana ya ye we no ye ya ama asem afayase na sade we enya eye out of control ebe haye ni o sa Tom and Jerry amamuo na ekoso e wo manimu a sabi ayese oman no panyin bia nimu a obeka ho asem no yanhwe ni ya wo kina bi no ebe haye ni o sa you do me I do you politics ya ekoso no yanhwe ni ya wo kina bi no ankanwo a ebeba beka mi o ache se ekame akoye se oman no yato no asawram ekame akoye se oman no emranim when it comes to say about political party issues dia emranim enunti no obi atumi de emra ehye ne nsem so far as say enipa no eklemu se ne party na abanti na odi nsem funu ache se ewurawura mu a akowura aban adwuma mama na de enipa nkosen ko mu ye friends neutral people to say ebia police for ene court for ene ade no ahemfo say no omu de omu eyi wo manim na oman yi se yetenase na se nia ekoi ye ne hwe ha hwese ya mibusao ojidi se beboaye na opanyinya nsafo bi eka se wokọ na wokọto se aboa no eti wonu aso aka kire aboa ne se sọre yen so enkasa sọre ne so efiri se wodi firi ne so a ebia wodi beba wo so na asemu a mekai no efa Okatakyie Afrifa ne nsem yi eho eni nsem bi asese aba abeto social media yi so a me pese ya reversity na eja yedi eho enkomo na yedi ya no atumu na chese sani omu betie o se omu ntie o no kura ewom ne de ye no ye beka ne se de esitie na ansa na de bebo awram no mesrew say #support yes #support Kofi Adoma ngongwanin eye campaigner eno nso ekoso ubetumi afa information sia a good screen si ani na kakra bia onso ubetumi asupporto anase ubetumi enam so a show your appreciation to Kofi Adoma ngongwani no wafa so achese ni nyina ne se Kofi Adoma ngongwani ne I surgery ho ansem yi enya asem foforo asem eda yenim enu nti se obetumi aboa kakra bia na obetumi aboa no obetumi afa GoFundMe Link no na watumi asend bibi kakra ede afaso ena ebiemu no so no Momo Number no ene da screen no eni no obetumi afa na wasend bibi kakra ede esi Momo Number no enso eso na emom hye no nso se Momo Number no se o send sika edin abeba no Steven Kofi Adoma edin foforo bia eba mesro ensend sika emfa enkonkosi so wate na sa wo pay information no itietie mu a mesro YouTube ade bomodi na ko description box nim ubenya information no ede efri honom na wafa so na onso watumi ashow appreciation kakra ede akire yenua panyin Kofi Adoma ewo nkwanhia esiwo na akwanyin mu no eno eho na ebiamu no nso no mesra so won subscribe ya bomodi na subscribe na turn on the notification bell so de be na the video bi na update bi abeto so nsa be kan no so nya bi ahwe mesra so Facebook bomodi na follow ye na be kan WhatsApp TV abusuaku no ho ya no like no share video no e de amaye o comment no fato comment section no ase na ye ni nkomo na chese asema ye busa ne se Tom and Jerry politics ya ye no ebeboa ye anase emwa ye stay tuned na join na yeni enkomo na yen hwesi benya pomasibre ede afa ensem we sei eho a na sadia meka no eye ade se nansan no Okatakyie Afrifa ese wakwa akotwere exams otene kamu a police fo bia anase National Investigation Bureau fui NIB fui ebi atumi across no adanya omo kire se wakoka asem bia yenka achese omo afa no ahankofo no ede ne ko na hankofu ni mu no omo kire mu a invitation no na mesi Okay, invitation. Handcuff. Okay, fine. Now Okatakyie Afrifa chere say ebra omo ekodru NIB before office no ade say enya na damfo bi a ankonim de besi mebo that particular ensem Okatakyie Afrifa de abatudwa no de akyerew na wonso wanya bi etie but ansana no this particular images ena mehu ye ewo internet issue a enu nti me pese yes I revisited this particular issue near her say young policy for no I don't actually know so omo chikurukuri anase say no omo noa ego me a policy for yi me pa chewo omo eye kalomo anase ade ba adwuma na say Ghana police omo eye because kamia kwese a police for emra ewo omo ensem anka menim se a police for ne wotumi se wo mutumi chi wo bi eno em se ekwan bi so no asesa ena police for nso ete ho no mu hwe ne din na nkrofo a eni kwan se omu take a police for ni duty no atake a police for ni a place enu timi busa se a police for se omu ka kokoton awie kokoi bi no omu ka ton anase adwuma bai ena omu eye sa sem we sei eye dampare ewo so no na mebusa pa sei ye wura eye IGP owura eye yohunu papa me pa chaw mebusa se police for adwuma ene sei ebia minim na educate me ewo sa asem no ho na this particular post no a yeba abedi ho komo no hwei sa wo hwe eye caption a eda so a credit no ekoma GH1 TV. Was say Afenyo Markin and his friends are attempting to undermine national security investigations by making blameless allegations against officers engaged in lawful activities. Tienyo Afenyo Markins and his friends. See a cat friends na MP Foyo omugugu your friends a minority MP siya no kan. And we say friends. Okay, fine. Watch I say. Omu no bombardier say. Omu bebu national security for adwuma omu no animtia. Ewa investigations bia omu efa no kwan so nanso minority foi omu de chese baseless. So omu ni valuable asem bia omu eka. No mababa beka ebi ni say ebi a national security for no you should Rambo style national security for no omo ya no ma emfa ne kwan mu national security for no e wo say omo famra kwan so ene ade o se sa asensem no ye baseless ewo na omo yesa allegation we say e de atia yes omo yesa allegation no e de atia NIB officers anase adwumayefo a omo omo adwuma omo nam emra kwan so a omo de omo adwuma no okay tie asem no nu mame sanfa another eyi ento u screen no anim now de hwade ni ani nkomo emfa emfiri honum hwa this particular post so was a minority in parliament is attempting to shield individuals under lawful investigation process or say chiremu say nipa koro yawo and ese kase minority foi omo bomodin minority foi omo parliament bomodin se omo ebeye nkatabo anase omo be kata enkrofo bia national security foi anase se ehefafo se your friend say kisia jaben OSPO anase se your friend say orafo ekwan bi a omo faso a omo de chinkrofo bi edi omo aba emra no anim anase omo tutu omo no minority a omo parliament bomodin aye shield anase abesi ekwan na sade beya investigation no entumi enkoso anase ye behu those people na omo pese omo ye investigations ne se omo nipa bonefo ne tenten ene ne tietia nyina eno no na sansem we sei Mustapha Foyo Gbade Mustapha Foyo gbade wono ene de sansem we say atudwa wono na ye deputy director of operations at presidency HW Ogben eye owura John Dramani Mahama pa eye na the question aye busa ye ho ene say asem ya papa yi eka ye no eye nokre anase nye nokre because ahade we stand for the truth yenya MPP NDC sem ne mo ba bia nokre ne da no na yede ato hono. Okay, national security for enche ye bia etumi eko eye former finance minister Owura Kennedy Yaw Ofori Atta Ken Ofori Atta omo eko ni fie ebra enamra kwan so eko kolutu hono ema majority leader eba parliament ebe pa chaw me pa chaw sa bra no na abrante ya ye friend gbadei no na Ghana mu die na Ghana mu edie so hu no kura bi sei no ana se ye kan nipa ma ye nka eno so no muntumi nka ya no ntum because no kura no se obi ede saade we sei bi ediwa ye beba ne enso abeka no kura ne se die nipa ne di no enye de. For instance say ebia MP NDC akọ opposition na Owura Gbade se obi aba wo dem ye say ebia waye kata hyehyɛ ana proye ne kankan nipa na amfo amfa mra kwan so na mmom no ya bo Owura wo fie without court warrant say ye ba abɛhyɛkye ho no mo a me pa kye wo Owura Gbade ebe ya wo de ana se enye wo de no kure no na ye busa kamia kwa yese adwuma eye a police fo adwuma no say national security no fa aye which is very bad because ekobasa na a police fo no sabi ye nhunu anase oman mani mpokura no ye nhunu adwuma kura a police fo eye na campus ye di buo ani die ama wo mu na mom no ye bo national security dia ye yembe hye mom rather say bebo a police fo di me wan so adwuma a osa police fo no na eye no eno na national security fo yi eye a emfa mra kwan mu ne tenteni ne tietie nyina no no na sanye be enenan enene as ne nansa enene but I think say enenan enene NIB Foya esa ebo ediwura eye former Bank of Ghana governor no nakache mechira Dr. Ernest Addison se omo wan chire wo mu baby a ebia se wo yemfa ne se underground ana se baby a okra sika ana se baby odi no masie we no nyansa be pa ne wom nyansa be pa ne nti ewom se wo hunu se at least obi abokro no anaso obi aye bibia enkoye mwambe meki allegation even ora for mwambe allegation say national security friends Bank of Ghana former Bank of Ghana governor atumi atwa sika twitwiridie e de aboa Akufo-Addo aban yanka se obi eye katahyehyɛ ne proye ne kankan no eye dabi nanso at the same time no two wrongs can never make right. Say one fa kwan pa so na wo sa fa another wrong way at the end of the day no mumie no why you wrong etinka mo evidence no na ma process it na say your friend say mami ya oye your friend say national service scheme madam Gifty me pa chaw mo oba ya moto mo nsa friend wo NIB honom no wo ba ye anasa wa ama. So these are the questions I was here to be ebusa ye ho. Enu ti se moto nipa monsa frɛ nipa no na se nipa no ebeba de a adenti na wo se mode force na bobo wura nkrofo fie ema sabi majority leader ekọ ye friend say Mr. ye friend say papa yi o tumi beja parliament house e pachaw e wo ho sa Tom and Jerry game ne die e was see to me jai because e come here kwakwa say Ghana no because of Tom and Jerry game niti no say obi kasa na nye in favor of a political party bia automatically enipa no so wo ka nokore say won ka nokore no enipa na be yetafo, which it shouldn't be so. Na noa bi na ninamu a e ma Okatakyie Afrifa ne chia no eba so a me de obaba bo awura ensem ni mo na even kanoforiata wo kire say ebra NIB foi eko ni fie no ni fridge mu kura omu bie enchansen plate eni ade yese eni apotoyewa na se takora ne da ho a no mafa no mu ensem funu bei ni national security mo adwuma ne se mo chinipa anase mo adwuma ne se mo ma police for information na police for agina so e de akwa chinipa no na sempo se national security se mo adwuma ne se mo kokko chinipa eno ne kwan so no ne kwan a mo fa so a mo yeye no eno no se mutimi ko obi fie ti se former Bank of Ghana governor Mr. Addison tumi ko ni fie etumi disconnect CCTV cameras a ewo honom da bio enya krono ena mo pe abo ena nya party the friend say party sam ena mode edi monim ena mo pese mudi ni puwa anka camera de anka no kra ewo honom no anka beboa anka camera ne beboa se de mo ye no se na munim se eya adenti na mokọ ekọ disconnect eye cameras but we nyina no ye behwe a police for antu omo nsamfre wo mu ena chese ye de politics because omo call in the name of NDC na ekoba sa nya kromfo ne ye tete ewo manimu because se me fa bibi ehye anase me kope a police for anase NIB for atade bi me kopam bi ehye butu gina so na me kofa nipa ba miensa anase enan eka me ho koko bu obi punani ekase ye NDC for anase ye NIB for a me pa achewo na ne sa no enya akromfo ena ye tete wo mu so sabi ye ade ayamfa nyansa na yamfa adwene eni akire kra enso kakra MPP enya ade a eye awose ye condemn but it doesn't mean say NDC a yanka say oh eno nso because say MPP for wo mu bi there be at the end of the day no so on mine no ebeye to say animals kingdom the strongest survive, which it shouldn't be so. On my emra wo mu de yemfa emra no ento na akwan mu na yenhunu se okay I have for my adwumani mo boundaries ni enti on my man no enhunu baabi a wose omukwa anase on my man no epe baabi akwa yenim baabi a wose yekọ na nkanya bia ne se kumase yadum eja to honom na sojani ena Afro fire service for car ena wonu dum da yes ye betumi aboa e wo sa kwan ne so but eya na enwanwa se edie be na sojani no ebeye no extraordinary a fire service ni no entumi enye ni nyina no most of times ni yemfa the qualified people because say me wofa asibi me nana bi me nua bi we ya ba mu nipa enti nipa ni nim experience kura na ni afa ne se onko operate machine enti no wonder say sojani ena befro atena fire service car so aba control your friend say what was nka fire service personnel no ehunu no so yemfa no kura no anya adwuma woko ka no kura no so a yeso ye MPP ni woko ka no kura na yeso ye CPP ni woko ka no kura na yeso ye hihi ni woko ka no kura na yeso ye sei ni ye pewaku na se yechekire oman saa sabio ugidi se beboaye na se ne wona ebia aso agu wano a wochina wonim se ebia ebe go against you enu nti nipa na upopo no se tumi be hyane nsa one sha wono so obetumi eprawo se yenyina ya stand against this ni e ka se enkoso saa omayi de ekoi de eye mehu pa se national security without court warrant etumi bowura obi fie etutu honum lutu ho etutu cameras senya krono a enya akromfo ene ye saa papa ya omo friends se Jakpa ya o se hwan no senya krono na ye no a adenti na mutumi ewura obi fie se without court warrant na a police force to honum a omo show omo ntumi nka hwe because omo ye NDC for omo ntumi nka hwe because ebia omo eye MPP for na no wonder because the odi echire no eya osua de odi animu no enante na wo de yanko ya nsem yiso a ye ka eho asem ye wo omaiga na mu ya na eye ya te se Okatakyie Afrifa eye ade se NIB before akọchi no na message ba ye ne TV
etimino ka say Okatakyie Afrifa mensa ya what the host for the records meno ka say few minutes ago national security for Edin Tente action wo Kingsby achimota Kings beside Horma obi ani baby kra omode Afrifa mensa eko etino that's the breaking news out there say Okatakyie Afrifa mensa meno ka say ye kan wo Ghana ti say ya cheno national security for Edin Tente from game.
This particular breaking yi eba abonten no confirmation enso eba yi tie confirmation no.
Hello, abusuan for me pamucho me mo bibia good evening. Me pamucho enumre ya na anadru ya be 2-3 minutes ana Mr. Speaker ema nyanti asese ya peke nana Okatakyie Afrifa mensa national security for Omafano intini esremo mama yenyina yonko ye page so na then starting posting say around Kingsby around honomo odu honomo na mo stop mo na basa kasakasa kakrasi ya mo de apeke no nti esremo mama yonko ye platform no so na yen starting in posting medamase
this particular information we say na ebaye ya dra de ababa bisi ade asuo asem ya kan ni nyina no ya ka de ababa bisi asem bi so because enne no ene kwaye Okatakyie Afrifa ebia wo chena no na abeye me anasa ayewo enu ti no ade a enye no we need to condemn it. Sir Okatakyie Afrifa akodi boni bi ena national security eche no anase omu investigate no ede no ama police a okay fine because oman ye nyina ne peniye se MPP ni bi akodi boni a ewo se emra no aninu edi saa na mensumiti hei se mekoye ade bi a enye etia oman na emfamra kwan so o se emra no ani yendi but in a case whereby emra no betumi ni binum adi but any binum eni no enya de se beboaye but wo the answer kra ne beko Okatakyie Afrifa ensem ne so no onse me ka kira wo se abrante aye fra no se Benu yes Benu Foyo ade se beka asem bi se minority no twintwan omu anamu ama anuoma bi a wo se omu no omu entumi enye ede ba asem na minority ekokan ya enu nti gina so a ema abrante yi etumi ede this particular post no ebeto Ghana fo anim so ho ma yenkwane nkotie asem a gbande yes for you gbande ono ena de nsemu no ebetu edwa yenkwane nkotie asem a ono gina so a enu nti ema o make this particular statement afei no yamra Okatakyie Afrifa ensem no so eso yeti asem a minority leader afenyo Markins ekan
for the governor some 10,000 cedis on his bed could not be found. So some of these hungry party foot soldiers that they use, who parade themselves as national security operatives, are after all perhaps not even being paid, and they use this opportunity to steal. The governor's wives' earrings and necklaces were also not traced. They couldn't be found. In other words, those operatives stole these earrings and necklaces. Ghana is a mature democracy, and we should do better. 3 cars, official vehicles of the governor, were also taken away, only to be informed later that they've been parked somewhere, so he should send his drivers to go and pick them. Around 4:30, a call came from this same Richard Jakpa. Now, the question is, why this? Like we indicated earlier, our country has no room for lawlessness. These actions undermine democracy and weighing down investor confidence. If you have people investing in your country and they see these things happening to appointees, obviously it will lead to capital flight. Even the citizens of Ghana will not feel safe. They will withdraw from the financial sector. They will not keep their money here, and that would affect governance and the growth of our economy. We call on government to quickly bring a stop to these dastardly acts. These acts of intimidation and terror are relics of the past. They have no place in our democracy. Soon it could lead to some self-protection mechanisms from citizens and people whose lives and property feel threatened. We are a nation of laws. Even legitimate investigations or inquiries should be done in accordance with the law. We are not against accountability, but we are against human rights abuses and lawless conduct and excesses of the security operatives of the state. NDC should not reduce this country to a lawless state where people believe they can take the law into their own hands and intimidate others. Today, they have 187 seats and they have the presidency. They should not forget, now not long ago, we had 169 and also had the presidency. They shouldn't forget that not long ago, they had 133 seats and we had only 61 seats when we had a 200-member chamber. They should not forget that within 4 years, our 61 increased to more than 100 seats and we were in majority in this chamber. This vicious cycle of using power to intimidate must cease. I conclude by calling on President John Dramani Mahama. We know him as a moderate politician, respected politician. He served his country, had a first term, lost elections. The Ghanaian people have given him another mandate to do his final term, which is a constitutional power, mandate given him, he should leave a legacy. Your Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, please leave a legacy. Let it be said that even if there were excesses in the exercise of executive power, when you had opportunity, you changed it for good and own that legacy in your name, Your Excellency. We're tired of the intimidation, the attacks, and the hypocrisy. We were told that Jakpa's first attack on Kenoforiata was not authorized. Today, the same Jakpa, leading armed police, armed military, and so-called party thugs who parade on the streets of Accra as security operatives, terrorizing and traumatizing a respected Ghanaian citizen who has dedicated the better part of his life to serve his country. Now, to Dr. Addison's dear wife, we say to you that take it easy. God be with you and your entire family.
Eti sewutie asemo a eye Afenwoma Kings Kenya. Most of Afenwoma Kings ni speech aya oma no. Say ya no woka no. Because yentumi metena oman mu na sabi enipa bi emfa mra anhye wo mu nsem emehunahuna nipa wo oman ni mu sama ni nyi. I see a kind of credo because papa ya yefra no se Jakpa o se hwanhwani no wono so obi de ye na enye dede anu ti adenti no so de obi so mutumi ebowura obi fie without a court order. Hey, samum national security to me kofa ni panika miensa ko jasi baby efre ni panisa afa de mebo adwunti kwana kofa wo ka na dabi oni evidence a ka no o fa de ayedai enya kro no ene yesa Jakpa yi ene ne nkrofo ya sesia no omuwura honom no eye national security eye friend say Bank of Ghana, former Bank of Ghana governor ne ho asem ebaye no ena na Afenwoma Kings kan sese no Foyo ababe gina o kase Mustapha Foyo ababe gina o kase Afenwoma Kings kan biribia opese omu a omu namra kwan so a omu investigate wo no Afenwoma Kings ne minority no epese omu blocko me pa wo say ene e fa so investigation kwan papa ye fa so when our friend say lawful what to me abura will be them without court warrant. What to me abo be them when your police or you just national security aba be fasika 1,000 Ghana cedi and no one some dear wanka every asesa your friend say ne yere nipa ne yere jewelries aka ho and no dear wanka more cars house at the appear outside the premises and no one some no wanka nemum de hia mo ne say minority no epese mono adwuma na mo ye no omu epese omu etiem ekwan be so na wo ye bibi pa anka asem yanka Afenwoma Kings kan yi ehu be ni wo enya kro no na yesa this MPP full soldiers ya the so called national security people ya anka sasem ya Afenwoma Kings kan ye no bone egwom no dan adifa kire ye wo bianka say so obi edibone a yempampa nipa no but find the right channel because ochirako ebia meso me ba be politician menkoye obi bone but obi baba be me bone because a trender eda ho ano no a chesese so a sabi enya de se ebeboaye enuti ade no si ehu fra chire ne ye ka ho asemo a gento political your friends a mask no entungu because Ghana no wo ya mesumi peniye eti adenti na ye nyina ye nya adwenkoro ne emfa build the Ghana no ne emamra anya adwuma sede ye pɛ no na momu no ye pese ye kire se political party bi ba sa political party na e woso no is above the law e munipa no are above the law eno no nyansanim na Ghana ye serious country anka Jakpa a wono no eye NIB no emfa tumi enhye ne nsam enkobonwura ye friend say obi fie emma majority ye friend say no majority speaker emma me pa ho chaw yenyen hu bio ade a majority speaker aba be pa ho chaw wo ye NDC ni just be fair na kanokura no fa kire wo ho se ade an ekoya majority speaker no ono aba be pa chaw na say na mo ye de ane what is the essence of the aura OSP or no what is the essence say and also e wo honom not just any young these offices yoko ni na sefo no mungu no because said national security befa a police fuachi afa nkrofo achi akwa lutu nkrofo fie ako tutu cameras a e wo honom CCTV cameras a e wo honom na obi aka na no atomu dia ane these offices no nyai na ne yemfa dwuma no enhye national security for nsamo because I don't make sense. Okay. Eti wo de anko animu a eye Okatakyie Afrifa ehho asem se de make no. Eye ade se eba ebeto odwa no. Genya confirmation na se de mbo kire wo no uteye. Na akire no na yenhunu the reason why intia Okatakyie Afrifa said national security for no eche no. Yenko tie reasons no.
Wamo say Afrifa kokase national security for boa mankrofo ye galamse. Wow, sure. Enti no wamo invite no na wabe assist state no. Na wabe boa with investigation. Said ye be state ni betumi aye investigation. But you see, some person mo yes anema we ya. Boys na ya mo small, they are not intelligent.
Dabi
we invite you obi aye the handcuff kogunisa.
Dabi.
Yanya ne sa.
Hado abokro no.
Sameti yai na maka bibi wa ha. Na we invite me. Se kwame asema a wo kai wunyina so nti a wo de kai. The one by no na ban ni nya hwehwemu a. Wo de Rambo Star de be family free studio ha.
Ade mi dwane akɔhe.
Who be hunu na hwan?
Ehunu be.
Hey, galamse no ye ma ekufo ado. Any NPP elusu election na mu wini ye with galamse.
Mo na mutugu. Mo.
Galamse ba ya labor unions jo mu hu ji mu ananka organized labor airport strike nyina eyemi ne Afrifa. Nobody in this country and the betimi akase free the santia moye galamse advocacy nyina manya kukudro akwachi nkrofo a wo ye China fo a wo mutu galamse nobody
obi anti bi da
eti this explanation and a buyer the first explanation a buyer the reason why intia national your friends investigation bureau NIB foi etumi eche Okatakyie Afrifa no we ane first explanation etumi ebetodwa but Okatakyie Afrifa anso ababonten ejensem ni nyina aba abetodwa medical post to ewo YouTube yem page no eso na mebo na watie bi but odi my memfa ensem ba ku bi animienu mu ansana yakoda particular ensem a ye kan eso achese Okatakyie Afrifa echese omugu no handcuff according to national security your friends say NIB foi no omo chese obi omo invite no na obi a ye invite no anajo invitation enya criminal issue so we invite you obi no and chese nipa no wadi boni o okay fine who invite the pana anajo ene ye de ka ekotwa no na ye boni pani hu atwintuo adisi ni so sade Okatakyie Afrifa echiremu no twintuo adisi ni so eno na omo fra ne say invitation ena ahunahuna esa edi achire eno ena ye national security for invitation ana Ghana baby a yedidi ko dia be haye ni o se ye nyina no ye nyi political mask no anto ho na ya anka no kra nkyerɛkyerɛ ye ho na momu no ye kasigo bi kan biribi na nipa no automatically ne ho aye ahiwa be tamfo ni ebeha ne hwe ha ebeha ye nyina o ebeha ye ni o because se Okatakyie Afrifa se impo yanka ne se odie wadi bone se asam na woka ye no eye asam a eye national security fo omu ani nye ho se national security fo no wo mu ana ehwe nkrofo bi ema omu etu eye galamse yes me pacho anka ba bia ka se ka wode ko eye police fo enchen na anka police fo abefa eye Okatakyie Afrifa no mu wi a omu a process no ede ne court court wona court adwuma ba ne ye no ho nyesa adwuma ya ne ye no ho na court akwahwehwem na ne se Okatakyie Afrifa asem a okan ye no se eye force anase eye true no ono so ede ne evidences ababa betudwa obi nkan kire o se obi mese obi din defamation kura no se ebo obi a eye ade se enipa abono no ye twena so yes eno no wo honom but se ehunehuna a oman no mompese obi ebeka se bia biribi ekoso na nya mompese ye beka na de obehunu a obeka no so no moba be ye ne hey no eno na ehi eno ena ehi a eni kwan se moye so because asamu a eba ye no according to Okatakyie Afrifa no se nyese ne yonku bi kura na wo hono mu a anka be ha adwen meanwhile nso no before cross arrest we say ebekoso no na Okatakyie Afrifa abetena eye for the record show yi so abeka national security for ho asem ho dada enti in your common senses mu kura no se anka mo pese mu make attempt bi eche no kura na anka mo fa right channel kakra. But the more ye de ya hunu se eyo tan hunu na nipa na mo pesa mo bre na se no at the end of the day no Ghana fo benya ne mugidie than more the so called security foi so na NDC mo wo parliamentary your friend say seat more than come on mo ka se mpuna epunu MPP voice say it is something. It is why say ehunhuna esa mentiase. Say ehunhuna na esa tato no. Say munimu ana. Say ebia MP for the minister say the president munimu ana. Na president nso ka so nimu a ne ho be ya menwanwa because ade we say hyase ebra ye to abani wieye from the 7th of a year your friend say December. Yenya declare abani wieye anase NDC for no hunu say aban no at asesa na pe na ehya ase I just said the president of the republic oka se wunnim ade we ya ho be ya menwanwa na se opanyin wo tena fie amasadua afode a anase opanyin wo tena fie ahwa ama enkoda awe na nka yebu na nkawefo a wonso ka ho bi enu ntisi ya ka se Jakpa okronfo a in a way ne ntumi nka anyi NDC mfirimu to minka any NDC mfrimu because kanofori atafie ya okoye no ene national security for omko mo kire aka ewo parliament house abepa atwa ame hunu se krono ena papa no okoye a okoboye na krono no okokoboye adintra mo fa ne ma police na aban no anase mra no enini nuni o sa mra no enani ni di ba se ebehwe ni se ya ama noma akosu se ya de a ene de bia nso ye de president ho be frofro a chese bia intention no nso no na enye bad but so wo hwe eka wonu tum se de noma ekosu ya president ye de oba for papa a chese asemo akosu no kura nyame anim nie yenyi MPP ni NDC sam ento nchen na ye face the reality na yentumi enka eye bone no enim said be ya ebeboa ye nyina ensemo a eye Okatakyie Afrifa efri mu free no ode betu dwa ne yenko TV na yeni enkomo kakra emfa ho utie no ma subscribe ya bomodi na subscribe na turn on the notification bell said be na the video bia na update bia ebeto so a won sabetumi aka na wanya bi ahwe na bia mu no nso no so Facebook amesro ya na wabomodi a follow ye na wabeka WhatsApp TV ebusuaku no ya na wa share video no e de amaye na wabo modiana to me a drop comment at the ato comment section no as near dinkomo at the free honum hashtag support Kofi Adoma when campaign nso no ubi to me afa information no na so wo penetrate ma ko description box nim e YouTube na won so bibi kakra betumi adonate e de show your appreciation no won so otumi aye e de aboa yankode kotie Okatakyie Afrifa nensemo a obeka ye no na yemra
na say tika me ko I didn't want to mind them but pack me na we see na clock here AK47 na we as me kabibia na we ye AK47 na we ye na boy see attention gram ogobi mema pa na ba ko na si no no ana ba ko nso be gina be chika na ba ko be gina be china sa boys no nso asia free sa ka anim ana omo course scene e wo Christian village ho obi we AK47 so na ba ko bom papa hey be done I'm like okay be done no do you even have the right to sit in my car without permission oba on for warrant in chire I say hey we are from be make us just say omo force door na bie na me bie ma omo no trance or trans here move when I'm saying move to where but I'm from a lawyer almost a da on for a lawyer so your friend is saying that bempo was it Tuesday and a Monday Wednesday okay so Wednesday no go be we control exams now mobeka 3 weeks ago mbeka chira mse Jakpa and national security we me man force wo there be one year certain national security new one age you the evidence is there to show. Precise. Wednesday, no. Kofi afe ye wo wana mature exam say we me be fi. Na me ba na me intel. Emma me feel say my people will pick you up. But on your sure say your Friday and a Saturday. What you say ne? It na me away. And wo mama Benz be boss spy. So me guys here now omo here say me namu a me ni wo ba bia ogobi na dia omo nim no I'm a militant that's what I don't fear exactly so we had spotted them and na Benz na here spot here omo na omo di machi a they are not smart say me share na me gina the temple na me speaker ko di nkomo me say tu na me gina filling station bi na me tofu na me hwese ampa na Benz no ko akra no agina na say okay so we were me guys in Ekasano, we wanted to know should we go, should we stay there? Now I'm saying let's go. Whatever will happen, let it happen. More fire. Oh, come. What is it? More fire. It's me branch Christian village no me ye no adia na. Obi. Ape ye heard pick up. When be. Na omo ye na boys no said yeah omo ye go tell ya me kan ho asem ya wow sorry ave wow no me dwe so omo twam akwa de mu yan say boys no dey go ta no pack more fire but trans here waka ni mu na me say tika me ko I didn't want to mind them but pack me na we see na clock here AK47 na we as me kabibia na we ye AK47 na we ye na boy see attention gram ogobi mema pa na ba ko na si no no ana ba ko nso be gina be chika na ba ko be gina be china sa boys no nso asia free sa ka anim ana omo course scene na wo Christian village ho obi we AK47 so na ba ko bom papa hey be done I'm like okay be done no do you even have the right to sit in my car without permission oba on for warrant in chire I say hey we are from be make us just say omo force door na bie na me bie ma omo no trance or trans here move when I'm saying move to where but I'm from a lawyer almost a da on for a lawyer it's a kidnapping it's an imprisonment because per our laws section 49 section 52 any other section ni nyina ka about imprisonment and kidnapping opa no on for warrant bi ankyerem on kan kyerem bi antia se movie ovi ave behem me na me movie me ne me lawyer nkasa ya mo hunu ba bi amekwa me movie oh no ma order from above be a friend hey one movie a gune handcuff I've been to us and my master. I'm okay. Let's go. Yakono. Now, wow, me moving a day. I don't want me crawl.
ye Kaukudi BNI hono say one ye BNI nankasa original nankasa but because BNI does not operate the way you see party boys now mudu omunchi me ebe po abomu a etro mo de me wura Kaukudi wo ko BNI say be yankofo nhumachi ye kodru wa ye si ebe wura mu no ana course free ho buy so omu movie me free ho because I'm sure they have picked intelligence social media is boiling no mo say movie me free ho straight no mo de me call Blue Gate ho you could do Blue Gate ho no because it was not a sanctioned job no mo nya we krasa me ba so ye gina ho well over 15 to 20 minutes and no mo be gate ni mai they needed to make calls to confirm if indeed I have been sanctioned to go. Okay, so I sat in the car. Now me come catch young guys na no motika anymore. Now me say mo ye young guys, mo new swag be na ne kakra. If so say young guys here mo hay. The next 30 years, nyame nkunye ya. The probability say me no be what the space of government mu high. And poduano enka na ntwe to enka confonso say. Oye then within 30 years, MPP will come to power. Now me busa question, me busa young guys a question. Said the mu ye, if MPP comes to power, na me di be ya mu ente be ya mu de. Ave no mo to him anim. Me Kenya sam chrom no mu ya nyansa fo mbadwene ho. Obi, ave mo de me ko ya ni ade. Enhyiranka awrade. Say nipa me kotro no ohun no me no. Eye Osman Alasan. Oye madam fo.
More fire. Insurance nyame.
Eti bedro no say why have you arrested my friend? No say ne momfa no mra ne ade no de me kotena ne office. Ye di nkomo o kire yes. Ade tin ma ya ne ade a. Wo mo so wakoka bibi say national security for ewo na onim gobi omoboa onim and I'm so yan chira me video kura makoka na me fanga na me kan so amaka no kura pa so me say sisu bia say national security for mo nya word ya ene mo won tworo mo abia agrofo yi and I know ya ba ye mo hu say boys ya mo frɛ o mo say national security for yi obi o mo hihye nguram nya galam say no mutu o mo galam say for ho bai etidie here national security ne say me so mu tu galamse ne monya galamse nso ne yese no we national security we national security edikatachi aka asem eno ye threat ne mom threat na nkase ho no eno nya the concern of the national security
Fire them powerful
we national security we Kofi Afe and Osman, and I must be honest, he was very gentle. We had a lengthy conversation. Now, Miss One Chiramia. No, I call back where in who fear what XYZ. No, I call one video. I want to one call say national security should pick me up. Nanim, it is an agenda setting. Almost said release my kwane say on pick on that issue. No, Munina say issue no for me because me tie akwane se mo kano. On Kasenyan Musa. So he was coached.
Precisely. So
the right words to use, he was coached. Because I can't one Kenyan, so but this very video, the guy was Kasenyan Musa. Munchi Afrifa, and yes, I was man. What up your mama memory so me and I'm saying, it is what it is. I don't really care. If I said it, I said it. And if you want me to help you to fight Galamsi, it's okay. Me your mama, I'm willing to help. So many and Osman yes and your person me buana baby a galamse ni ade koso me nko kire national security for okay so ya din komo wi me lawyers ba ho me ni ade a chiyan me nyante yese the same so-called national security led by Jakpa eko governor de senfie say wo ma koni fie akofa na say Kofi, what is this what nonsense is this Kofi I hear nonsense no and you ma funu ba dey
security
is this national security majumani so I said okay let me go and look at mrano what governs the act of national security and national security in quiet saying the same it is a constitutional body
educate them
na yet no but the framers of the constitution and they we will look at it and yabai and the national security we will look at the composition of the national security what every job is supposed to be done so me and I'm saying let me do a quick research know the laws that establish the national now yam call article 83 National Security Council don't forget your National Security Council which is chaired and held by the president.
Precisely.
So ordinarily, the framers of the constitution said they are going to set up a National Security Council. And maybe a coordinator on it, your from National Security Secretariat.
Exactly.
So because the president cannot run the day-to-day activity of the national security, that is how come he's appointed a coordinator to be there and do the job.
More fire.
But the president, if you want to see how serious the national security setup is, architecture is, that is why the only council in Ghana and a chair is a president. The military check council as well.
Exactly.
If it's a danger, if it's a president, the number one priority, Kofi, is to keep the people safe from external attacks, from internal attacks, gathering of information. So I say the National Security Council consists of the president, the vice president, ministers of foreign affairs, defense, interior, finance, and other ministers, as determined by the president. Now, 84 it tells you the chair of the national security, who is supposed to be the chair of the national security. Now, functions of the National Security Council, advisory role. The NSC advises the president on matters relating to national security, including foreign affairs, defense and internal security. So, per the constitution, other functions. The NSC may perform other functions as may be prescribed by the constitution or any other law. So, any other law, and you Act 1030, say no supplemented the constitution. Kofi act said now National Security Council aside the National Security Council and the National Security Secretariat and only the coordinator which is a mandate of the law Act 1030 and the Gina so the appointee now under the Security Secretariat and the what your friend NIB first name of any BNI that is the National Investigations Bureau. Then we have a research department. Then we have a National Signals Bureau, NSB. All of these people, they are appointed by the coordinator in consultation with the president. So the president has ultimate responsibility to see what the national security is being used for. What is the mandate of the national security? Act certain national security. Fameko here section 14. Enlarge on the role in the national security or mandate. Near has a national security in Kwano. Obetimi aye nneoma bi wa bra on for police enka ho a. So you call the functions of the national security per section 14 of Act 1030. What's the national security? Intelligence, internal intelligence shall so intelligence so internal intelligence, which is the NIB. My friend NIB. Omoma Juma say omobe share internal intelligence, gathering of information internally. The ne omadani security guards omo chichim krofo. Omo Juma pen. And NSB no. Omo Juma pan say omobe signals from across the world for any external threat. Kofi. So NIB no ene research department no. Omo na ye research here social engineering. It will call any society that is a serious society. The national security at every given point is much concerned with every facet of our lives. Whether school, whether music, whether movie. So Oko America, movies in most of them are engineered by the national security. Because social reorientation, social re-engineering, and we sit in a country where the president doesn't know, he has no clue what national security is used for. More fire. It's your section 14. You read section 14. Was it the internal intelligence? There be 14:1 no. Fabra, near radio.
More fire.
Enlarging kakra. Enlarging is far from me. Enlarging. Enlarging. Let me educate you on near radio. Let's look at what the national security is supposed to be used for. Per the section that establishes the national security. Was it the internal intelligence shall 1 brief the president, the National Security Council, and any other relevant stakeholders on intelligence gathered internally. Gather intelligence internally. Now, or more briefly, and I been no mabe soldier for California. No more no. Some funusa near trauma when you're strong was also one, internal security interest of the country. We are was a 14(1)(a)(b) was a monitor, collect, analyze, evaluate, retain, disseminate in an appropriate manner information and intelligence gathered internally and perform intelligence operations. So first of all, majuma niye, se mo be gather, mo be monitor, mo be collecting, mo be analyzing. Yebusa mo se mranche na mo fofo mo di gumu no. Do they even have a clue what they do with this? National security. Ya ka munim red, and ya de sere. Mo me kan kire ye intelligence amagada ene niam amaye wo ho. De hia de mo nye. Kofi yanko. Na se wo ba na se wo ye president. Na ko fa Prosper Bani. No so ma Osman nya adwuma. Eti ene Osman adwuma wo ye bia. Kofi, se me no ka sei. Sima ko appoint Jakpa. Enipa ye yi ni free military mu. For dishonest conduct.
Precisely so.
And said the partner more appointed. When I say, every nipa kuro ni mo ni ade. Jakpa terrorizing Kofi. Yeah, say. And the national security afa katechi. Mo family ade na mo be ye. Mo be kume. Ade na mo be ye. What is the worst?
Pound for pound.
Ensure na mba yesa mo di bibe guma ma no menom 10 days kwa na me di wo ho amaye fasting.
Precisely so.
Aduane na mo ye nsi ayi na PIB na mo di ade be fa me hwena no. Me se nna ye ade be. Me ne nyina. Anya sa. Ni o ma funu chantan sa ne national security ye. Ade ya se mo hwe na mo ye ho adwuma no. Prosper Bani nya no no wo ye. Ready kunkrofo ko ni. You are not doing it.
Yes.
No. This is supposed to be the job of the national security.
So
Ask them.
Afe wuyi. Enam se mrani nim se. National security ye mo mutumi to investigate people and they can use it in excess. But if the state has no business, so be use state security to terrorize anyone. Nobody.
exactly.
Say yeah, national security motu on Okatakyie na ye mo target here. I am a threat to the state. Madwene ye adwumani. Edin titentete. Afa ye wie ya. Was mo no yentuko amede cha o mo ne se. Osman alasa no ye me nyonko. Ti we me de cha mo atufo bo. Anka de make ka kire mo ka mo ntiase. Si ye be Okatakyie. Okatakyie na ye dey. Me se mo hyenwura mo tu galamse. Me anam kan.
Yes.
So what national security is winning information on the Unkrofo Galamsia. You have no business being in this country. It means we are responsible.
Exactly.
More fire. Fire them. Fire bend them all.
I don't know. And you're rain. You're too a berry. Money to me. No more money to me. After you see Jakpa. So the law Act 1030, are provided from section 22 say 26 all the way to 33. Says national security breaching and you funu bi omo ye said omo ye ya. Kofi section 26 to 33. And my kwan ma timi do omo ko through a legal process. See a baba Okatakyie, no warrant. And when you do that, you are providing avenue for more person who money. After all, what? Printing a card will be able to me print me. After all, what? Verse in a system when I will be able to me. So when you guys continue to do this, then the public will be pursued Okatakyie. Joba Yanis on Subako vest in be a print me. NIB. Afaka do do a papa pani. Na mom say national security mo ya modwuma yi a mo se mate so obi pese okume eti mo bo me ho bai esa no gisi e baba mu a aje ba no ade ne renren ya
Ba me say Rambo.
eti o chena obi di boni a me say de mo pese mu ye bia mo nye
eti wei ene ensam a chese ene Okatakyie Afrifa ode ebetu dwa ode opefu video no atwa akọ yem videos nim full video no ewo hodom ensam ene okan ya obo mochi no utimi say na he is on point because yentumi metena omaimu emma sabio ya mafofo enane enkwaye sa o omaimu etu support political party ba ku bia na chese wa be yetamfo oman wani nkam na ne de o se oye ne se utumi tu furu oman nim that be it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Na ye kan so no MPP for any other political party members ye can be the cherebo say sabi monsuma baiba mo fa nyansa enya adwuma because say bia wo wa bamba ye no anko wanko ye we ya anko no so bamba ye no wonka se ono so e ba be ye bi de etia eti sabi that Tom and Jerry politics na ye ta politics tan na ya kofa si entiriso ni ampampa so a ye kum nipa innocent people e de efa ho no enya de se ebeboa ye drop adwo nkire eto comment section no ase na ye ni enkomo emfa emfiri ho national security say say omu nyina akromfo ankotwom a chese ne former Bank of Ghana governor no ade so omu atumi akɔhwia ni sika chese akɔye arehosem drop a comment na ja yeni enkomo emfa emfiri hodom na meka wo sesa unsubscribe ya bomodi na subscribe na turn on the notification bell so the be any video bia na update ba onsa betumi aka na wetumi a join ye message so Facebook a ya na wetumi a follow ye no abeka WhatsApp TV ebusuku no ehun ya na wa follow no ya na wa like no wa share videos no e de amaye o comment no yebedi enkomo e o comment section hodom ti ma wrenfi ya na de ato hodom yebese hia ne abedi enkomo ba until then no dear macro